Thank you, Catharlic, and I'd like to also offer my congratulations to you on your election to the chair. You were a great ally to me when we were doing the Free Ibrahim campaign, and that's something that I hope we can continue to work together on other such human rights issues. But I also remember in 2009 us tallying in a community centre hall in Kerry, and I realised then that there's no challenge more futile than a dub trying to get elected in Kerry. So that's my Kerry story for the record today. But look, it's an immensely proud day for me. I'm, from a working class background, daughter of a bus driver, grew up in Tallaght, and I know that there are kids now in Tallaght who are looking and going, I too can take up a position in the House of the Oireachtas, and it's for them that you like to demonstrate, I suppose, putting forward that our Oireachtas is for everybody, and long may that continue, that working class people can aspire to be members here also. Look, as I said, it's a huge honour. I hope that I can bring my experience from both being a member of the European Parliament, but also having been an ecologist. I've worked in forestry, I've worked in environmental education, and I think that there are really there are some positives within the programme for government that I think that we can certainly work together in this House on. And while they're unclear, they are positives, and they include the increased investment in public transport. They include the introduction of carbon budgets. However, it cannot go unnoticed that the climate action that's in the programme for government is wrapped up in the same business-as-usual economic policy. And you see, because I'm passionate about climate justice, and climate justice is not just about the historical responsibility of who created the emissions, and it's not just about ensuring those who are in the global south will be protected from the worst impacts of climate change, because climate justice is about ensuring that the inequalities that we have in our society, in this country, are not exacerbated by the policies that we take for climate action. And those of us who are on the left, and I do believe in left and right politics because I think it's really important that we have that ideology and that we know where we stand on issues. And I care deeply about climate change. And I want a Green New Deal that offers hope and a better quality of life for all of our citizens, not just for the same old citizens that benefit every time. And I watched during the lockdown at people sneering at those who queued up outside Pennies to avail of cheap clothes so that they, on low incomes, trying to clothe their family. And the same people who sneered at those queuing to go into Pennies are the same people who'll balk when we talk about a wealth tax, which would really address the high levels of consumption and consumerism. And likewise, there's talk in the programme for government of electric cars, and that's all well and good. But working families are driving diesel cars that they were incentivised to buy under the last time that the Greens were in government. And they're now in positions looking, going, I'm going to have to pay more to drive my car to get to work, and I'm not in a position to upgrade to an electric vehicle. And equally, there's renters who've looked at the programme for government and all the talk about retrofitting, and they're living in their D, E and G rated households. What can they do? They can do nothing but suck up the carbon tax because they can't change their living conditions. So what I hope to bring to this House, and I want to work tirelessly with all of the politicians on all of the sides and with the Minister when Minister Ryan comes into this House to put forward proposals. But we have to have climate justice at the heart of our climate action. We want to live up to our international obligations on greenhouse gas emissions, but we cannot leave huge sectors of society behind. And it's not just about the unfairness of doing that, it's also about the fact that we will lose any political will that there is among working class communities across this island to buy into the need to take climate action. So we have to work with climate justice and social justice at the heart of any climate action. And that's what I want to bring to the table here. And I look forward to working with all of you. But I will remind you, we will have no climate action if we don't have climate justice.